Okay, low-key, I'm crashing out because um I'm sick and I've been alone for too many days, and I have BPD, and my fucking medication has been up and down for like the last month because my fucking doctor wants me to take more Vyvanse. But like that's where this all started, because I was like, why do you want me to be on higher and higher dosages? Like, shouldn't this be something you can wean me off of? Am I just going to live the rest of my life on fucking medication? Like, are you supposed to be? And I had to tell him after like 3 months of working with him, I had to be like, what happened to you were gonna put me in therapies? And now he's looking into like different kind of therapies. But anyway, that's not what I was even talking about. What I was talking about is how like I feel like just with everything going on, like in Gaza and everything going on, and with the presidency, and with like people finding out that rich people are doing weird ass shit, I feel like it's so evident to me that like we may think that we have this like slice of life, like, if you work hard enough you can get rich, and if you get rich you can buy your yacht, and if you buy your yacht you could go anywhere, like you could do whatever you want. But it's not true. Like, people in my class, because that's the reality, is that we're still in a class system, and I'm pretty low on it. Like, I'm pretty low on that class system. Y'all may think that just because my family has a house, because I have my own car, that like, oh, you're rich. Like, we're like richies, we're like the rich people of our like family or whatever, because the rest of my family is mostly out at home, like in the villages and stuff like that. But it's not true. Like, this is all just like they're giving you little snippets. Why did I just see like, oh, I'm going to luxury, like this luxurious Louis Vuitton restaurant in New York? I just watched that video. Why was the coffee $9? And they're lying to you, telling you, oh, that plate was $3,000. That shit was not $3,000. That shit was $2 fucking dollars, okay? And the way that like their like most expensive plate was like $58. This is literally, they're feeding us fake luxury so that we like think that we're actually getting somewhere or like getting something. Because like, even I used to date somebody whose parents were like considered like the well-off parents, right? Tell me why they were still like struggling to pay medical bills. Tell me why they were still stingy about like, oh, like I don't know if I want to put you in therapy. It seems like a waste of money. Like, dumb shit like that. Cause like, this is no hate on my ex. Like, this is definitely like hate on the system, because like that was crazy. Like, they wouldn't even pay for her groceries when she like needed them randomly, because they were stingy. And you know why? It's because this idea of like wealth that we have, even the people who get a little bit of wealth, they know it's like this like fake temporary thing that like doesn't actually last. And you know what else? These like richy houses. My house, that's a 1970s house. It's a nice house. I won't like I won't play. My house is the party house. My house is the hangout house. Like, it's got a lot of space. I have like a pretty big room. Like, look at my room. I have a fucking walk-in closet. It's a nice house. Tell me why it was like a tenth of the price of this other bitch's house. That's not true. I don't know how much the other house costs. But let me just mind, this is like the rich neighborhood where they definitely give you full-size candy bars. My neighborhood, they give you like those fun-size Snickers, okay? That's the like wealth gap, okay? Tell me why I'm pretty sure, have a smaller yard than I do. Tell me why their house is so like, it's so stupid. It's so much empty space. Like, they have these raised ceilings, so much empty space. You guys could have put 4 more rooms up there, but because they want the high ceilings, like, so much empty space. The room upstairs is a tiny ass room. There's 2 tiny ass rooms upstairs. Okay, I need to stop talking about this girl's house, because but basically what I'm trying to say is, so many of these rich people houses, it's so much empty space. You don't need all that space. What happened to like families living together? Like, and that's another thing, is like the able body. I mean, I was talking about that already in my DMs, in my chat with my friends. The able body is not valued because of the human spirit. It is valued because you can work if you're able bodied. Um, like a lot of these like therapies and stuff like that are so that people can get a job one day, people can take care of themselves one day. I'm not saying that disabled people need to be like in the care of somebody all the time. I'm obviously not saying that. But like I've known people like in my village in Mexico that like yeah, like they had Down syndrome or something, I'm pretty sure. And they like live most of their life with like either their like sister or like their parents or something like that. But like they still like had hobbies, they had a job, they have friends. Some of them even have families eventually. Like I'm not saying Mexico is perfect by any means, but like what is wrong with needing a little bit of aid? What is wrong with needing accommodations? What is wrong with somebody really not being able to produce in their lifetime? Somebody, no, not even produce, because these people can still produce things. They can still produce things, but they can't produce money. What is wrong with someone just not being able to have a job? Like, why does that kill you so much? Oh, because your government makes it impossible to live without a job. And so you feel like you are giving your life force for these other people to live, because that's what it is. Like that's why like we're all laborers. We're giving our life for them to like fucking eat each other's asses in Cabo. Like and you know what these rich people are missing? Real human connection. And I know that sounds stupid and it's like, well, duh. But like get some good strap in your life and you will never do this dumbass shit again. Like, I can go into that in another topic. I have more thoughts on that. That's not my full, what's it called? Anyways. But yeah, like, I'm just like, I'm such a like social person. I'm such a like, I want to make friends with everybody. I want to like, go to all these local events. Like, I'm pretty, what's it called, tuned into like my community, and like I do a lot of like what's it called? I don't know. I'm just very active in lots of scenes in my state, and I still feel lonely. And I have friend groups, and I have a partner, and I have a very supportive family. But it's like it doesn't matter what you do, it still feels lonely as hell in the United States. Um, but yeah. Anyways, what is wrong with having, and that is why adults in the United States feel so like lost, and like they can't make friends and all this stuff, and like, oh, I can't hang out because like I have work. So like, oh, my like 8 p.m. hang out with my friends, or my 9 a.m. brunch with my friends, because we all work at 12. Like, I know that it sounds all fun and games, but friendship really is the answer right now. Like, we all need to come together, and friendship is the answer, okay? Um, that's why like I'm I think it's important to be quick to jump in when like your friends need something, your friends need help or some sort of support. And I don't think there's anything wrong with like getting super close with like your friends. This whole culture about like, oh, like if they don't respect me, if they look at me the wrong way, like I'm gonna like cut them off. Like, no. We need to get back to understanding each other and actually talking to each other. But anyways, back to get to my old point. What is so bad about someone who just can't have a job? Like someone who just can't have a job. Oh, is it because you're giving your life force so that person can survive? Why are you giving so much of your life force? Where is all this money going? Why can't they why can't they come up with a system that actually works for disabled people? Because if you want to be disabled and have like have like a normal life, you have to also like, and if you don't work, you have to like also like just have a shitty life. Like the only way for the United States to really support you is to have a shitty life. You can't travel, you can't get married, you can't move up in society, you can't like start working. Like, what happens if you have some sort of chronic disease that, like, sometimes you can't work and sometimes you can? Like, I don't know, I need to do more research on that, but like, it's just, they don't want these people to survive, or they want them like out of the way or whatever. I just think it's ridiculous. And how is my house nicer than those rich houses? There's more usable rooms. It's more functional. You could have 2 families here. The yard is more functional. Like, half of it is cement because we made it cement, but it used to be all dirt. We can grow, like, our dirt is alive. And it's like, it's functional. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just, it's a functioning house, and these newer houses are not functional. Tell me why my friend told me she didn't know she had a spigot or not in her condo, like a water spigot or whatever they're fucking called. I'm not making fun of you, babe. Like, I love you. I just think that it's ridiculous that we're starting to get, like, put into shoe boxes. Like, everybody hears that thing where people say, like, oh, in China, like, people are basically living in closets because, like, that's, like, the cheapest way to live. We're getting to that point. Y'all ever been to those fucking apartments in Salt Lake that literally feel like a shoebox? They feel like those snake racks where you just pull out a tray, a rectangular tray, and room, bathroom, kitchen, like, laundry room, balcony. All of them. They're all the exact same. When I was looking for apartments, I was looking for historical buildings because those are the only ones that felt like real. All these new buildings, fuck it, even people's renovated basements, they don't feel real. They don't feel like a home. Maybe I'm just tweaking. But we have to escape the matrix. No, but I'm serious though. Like, I'm just starting to feel like, damn, I'm like really turning into an adult, and turning into an adult means succumbing to capitalism in the United States. And like, what am I supposed to do? Fucking move, go to Mexico, leave my whole community here? Because, like, yes, my family's Mexican, but that doesn't mean that, like, I necessarily have roots. I have like 3, maybe 5 friends at most in Mexico. Yeah. And 2 of them I talk to. The other ones are just people that I usually see. And one of them's my cousin. Like, am I supposed to abandon my whole community? It's just like the fucking like the Mormons. Like, people don't leave Mormonism because it means abandoning their community that supports them. That's why they thrive, is because they have a community to support them. And that's the only good thing I'll ever say about the Mormons, is that they have a community that supports each other. Who does it support? The politics around, like, their favoritism to certain groups. Them helping people who really don't need that help, and refusing to help others. That calling them to see if they'll buy baby formula prank was crazy. How they didn't just tell her, like, yeah, we have a ton in the back, because I'm pretty sure they do have them at the, like, Mormon food banks. But anyways, I just think that it's crazy that I feel lonely right now. Like, I know that sounds hella selfish, but it's just like, I have my family. I have lots of friends. I have multiple best friends. I have work friends. I make friends easy. I go out. I socialize. I am a very, very social and community based person. Like, that's my whole thing. That's why I'm nice to everybody, because I want to build a community in any community that I'm in. Like, I want to be like, oh yeah, I know that guy, we're friends. Not like, oh, I know a guy who does that, you know? I want to be like, my friend does this. Like, or like going to support. Like, I have a friend who's doing a powwow. I want to, oh shit, I can't go to that because I'm sick, but I want to be there to be part of this, like, community conscience or whatever. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying things that everybody knows already, but I just think that despite all my resources, it's crazy that I still feel lonely right now. Maybe it's the BP because I'm crazy, but I'm medicated and I'm supposed to be starting therapy soon, but like I said at the beginning of the video. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep doing what I can for my community, and I'm gonna have a better night.